Are you listening?
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, and E3 has officially arrived. And you know, I gotta admit, I thought by this time we'd be in a convention center celebrating video games, but here we are in my garage. But I do have to say, the garage is kind of nice. Like, I don't have to wait in lines to play video games, smell people's terrible BOs. Like, for the love of God, take a shower. And I also don't have to have the awkward realization that I'm like one of a million YouTubers just covering video game news. So in honor of E3 kicking off, we figured we'd put together a list of the top things you may have missed from yesterday's press conferences from a perspective that you might not get on YouTube very often. A bearded white man. First up, Ubisoft shared an extended look at the next chapter in the Rainbow Six series called Extraction, in which operators must fight against an alien parasite called the Archean, which can take multiple forms and feature deadly powers. Operators must work together using their unique specials, abilities, and technology that can be upgraded throughout the game to extract fallen friends and rescue fellow operators from the Archean. Rainbow Six Extraction will be launching on September 16th for PlayStation, Xbox, Google Stadia, and PC, with crossplay being available for all platforms. Ubisoft also gave release dates for upcoming games like Riders Republic, which will be arriving on September 2nd of 2021 for PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Google Stadia. Just Dance 2022 featuring fellow YouTuber Todrick Hall. Man, as a theater nerd, I remember watching his videos back in the day and absolutely loving it. So congratulations, Todrick. I am so proud of you. Just Dance 2022 will be releasing on November 4th for Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope was revealed for the first time and will be arriving exclusively on the Nintendo Switch in 2022. During their press conference, Ubisoft also gave us updates on things like Rocksmith Plus, which is this really cool music learning experience for PC and mobile, which will be holding an open beta very soon, along with a first look at the season pass for the upcoming Far Cry 6, which surprisingly will include the return of almost every Far Cry villain from the previous video games, which was like one of those moments where I just sat back and I was like, oh my God, they're actually doing this. Now, in today's world of gaming, one of the biggest topics of conversation is crossplay, crossplay, crossplay. And Ubisoft used this press conference to update players on when crossplay will be coming to Rainbow Six Siege, with crossplay coming to PC, Google Stadia, and Amazon Luna players on June 30th, with Rainbow Six Siege launching on the same day for Google Stadia. Now, console players, don't worry, you weren't left out of the mix, but you will have to wait just a little bit longer, with console versions of Rainbow Six Siege receiving crossplay in early 2022, which is also the date that Ubisoft gave us of when we will see cross progression arrive on the game. Now, Ubisoft had one more announcement that I definitely think is worth noting, and that was the first look that they gave us for the upcoming Avatar video game called Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Now, we first heard about this game back in 2017, but Ubisoft gave us an extended look at the world of Pandora, along with potential gameplay experiences that we can expect when we get to play this game. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora will be launching in 2022 for PlayStation, Xbox, Google Stadia, Amazon Luna, and PC. And Ubisoft wasn't the only company to hold a press conference yesterday. In fact, one of my personal favorite publishers, Devolver Digital, held an E3 presser yesterday, which had all the weirdness that I expect from these events. In fact, Devolver Digital announced 8 new games, including the likes of Trek to Yomi, Wizard with a Gun, Terra Nil, Reclaim the Wastelands, Phantom Abyss, Death's Door, Devolver Tumble Time, Inscription, and a brand new gameplay trailer for Shadow Warrior 3. And the final notable press conference from yesterday I think we should talk about was probably Gearbox's E3 press event, which included a ton of backstage footage from the upcoming Borderlands movie, including an interview with Kevin Hart, who will be playing the role of Roland. But as far as video games go, Gearbox re-aired the new Tiny Tina's Wonderland video game trailer, but probably the biggest takeaway from Gearbox's event was from from Godfall, as the publisher introduced a new expansion called Fire and Darkness, along with a new update called Lightbringer, and the arrival of Godfall on PlayStation 4 on August 10th. And overall, I think that this was a really solid opening day to E3. And if I had to pick a winner and a loser, the winner would probably be Google Stadia. Now granted, somebody's gonna be watching this and being like, of course the guy who talks about Stadia all the time is gonna say that Stadia is the winner. But Stadia was very present during the Ubisoft Forward event, with most of the new games like Rainbow Six Extraction, Riders Republic, or even Avatar Frontiers of Pandora were announced as coming to Stadia day and date with other platforms. Plus, you had the announcement of Siege Crossplay arriving on Stadia before PlayStation and Xbox, which is a pretty big deal. And if I had to pick a loser, for me, it'd probably be Gearbox. Granted, they had the Godfall announcement, which was pretty cool to see, but I went into their press conference hoping to hear news about video games and left being like, was this a presser about video games or was it a presser about movies? But of course, that is just my opinion, and I'm really interested to hear what you all think. Who do you think were the winners and losers from E3 Day 1? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.